How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. This is your boy TraderPrad. But if you guys are ready for this show to get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Yo, what is up, wonderful people? How's everyone doing? How was your little break that you got to take away from the market? Nice little Juneteenth weekend. Nice little Juneteenth day off from the market. You know, get a little break. Nice little time off. In the middle of the week, though, random little break in the middle of the week. I'm not gonna complain. Not complaining. But a random little break in the middle of the week that we got to enjoy. What did I do? I basically just watched the Kendrick Lamar concert on Amazon Prime or wherever it was being streamed on. I forget. But that was pretty much all my my highlight of Juneteenth was. And then today, the market, my goodness, what a sell-off on the market. QQQ's dumping, Nvidia dumping. Nvidia tried to hold above 140 for such a long period off the open, but then failing to hold that 140 and then selling down to almost 130. So big sell-off coming in right before, which is most likely probably the biggest day for the stock market that it has had in a long time, which will be tomorrow. So why is tomorrow such a big event? Tomorrow is actually, as some might call it, quad witching, triple witching. It is the third Friday of the last month of the quarter. So third Friday of the last month of every quarter, there's a thing called triple witching or quad witching, where a bunch of options start expiring, futures options start to roll over into the next contract, and a bunch of volatility disappears in the market all over the place. It also happens to be the day that the S&P 500 decides to rebalance their portfolio. So that's also a big reason why tomorrow is going to be somewhat of a very intense, very busy day. Not sure what we're gonna expect out of it, and that's what today's stream is about, right? Sadly, like I just mentioned, we're not gonna know what to expect out of the market. Today's stream, we're gonna do a little bit of the research. Maybe we'll see what Twitter has found for us already. Maybe we'll see what other sources we can find to go out there and see what stocks are being added to the S&P 500 index, what stocks are being deleted from the S&P 500 index, and so on. Maybe those can catch some traction tomorrow as a good long throughout the day, and the ones that are being deleted could be good short throughout the day. So we got to do a little bit of research on that. But as how our streams usually go, it's not going to be one of those normal streams because we don't have anything to talk about in the earnings board. Nothing in the earnings board that we want to talk about. And all we basically have for our watch list tomorrow is the Magnificent Seven. I don't have anything else on my watch list, so why don't we actually dive in to the main screen here, as I have the calendar open. But I'm gonna bring in the watch list for you guys. I have nothing on my watch list besides the semiconductor stocks that were moving around today. Ooh, my webcam's missing. Let's bring that one in. Nothing besides the semiconductor stocks that moved around today. We got the Magnificent Seven. We got this Bitcoin industry, but I might as well delete these three names over here because that's how irrelevant they are to me for tomorrow. But this is basically all I'm going to be focusing on. Nvidia, big sell-off today. ARM, TSM, Micron joining to the downside. ARM actually apparently being added to the S&P 500 index, so I want to do a little bit more research on that. Find an article that actually says that the stock is being added to the index, at which point obviously that one's most likely will have a possible rebound opportunity tomorrow, a chance to bounce back up tomorrow after that big drastic sell-off that it had today. Maybe not. We don't know, right? So we got to do a little bit of research, but I'm really not interested in anything other than this over here because there's gonna be new names coming randomly in the pre-market, at which point I might be a little bit more interested on those. But on a day like tomorrow, when you have triple, quad, whatever you want to call it, when the witching day comes in, that's usually, like I said, on any little where is it, or yellow square, so you can see how the end of the quarter, third Friday, first Friday, second Friday, third Friday, right? Triple witching, third Friday, triple witching, and then once again third Friday, triple witching, and then third Friday, triple witching. So every third Friday of the third month, yes, every third Friday of the third month, we got the S&P 500 rebalance, and we also have the triple witching, which previously was known as the quad witching. I forget which one of the options contracts or which one of the contracts are no longer included in the equation, which turned it from quad to triple. I forget which one that was, but anyway, it doesn't really matter to us as much as what the terminology is. What matters to us is the importance of the day like tomorrow. So be very careful, especially going into the last 1 hour of the market. Lots of craziness will happen. You might see stocks down on the day reversing the whole momentum like they did at the end of last month. At the end of last month, when MSCI rebalance was happening, the whole market was actually red going into the last hour. The whole market turned green, and turned green drastically, so big that ever since that Friday, the market has just been getting bought up on every single dip until today. So today we had a big sell-off on the market, but we'll be interested to see if this sell-off, if we do have another sell-off tomorrow, continuation of today's sell-off, gets bought up again, and we have another insane rally to all-time highs, which would be kind of crazy, honestly. Kind of crazy, but we've seen crazier things at this point on the market. Friday also happens to be normal options expiries, and when Fridays are setting up for these extended semiconductor names such as Nvidia, SMCI, AVGO, and so on, Fridays are good days to keep an eye out on these positions because they tend to pull back quite a bit. Last Friday, Sorry, last time SMCI and Nvidia pulled back quite a bit, they both happened to be on a Friday. I think they were also on some sort of a witching day, if I remember correctly. Maybe not a witching day, but it was on some sort of a high volume Friday, if I remember correctly. But you know, those options expiry days usually start bringing in order pegging. I know pegging. But you know, if there, you can look it up on your own time. I don't want to Google on stream what order pegging is. That will probably give you some wrong images. But usually you'll see price pegging, options price pegging happening on Nvidia, on other positions. They might get dumped even harder tomorrow and then randomly get bought back up. Nvidia looking like 140 area, having a lot of resistance. It tried to hold above 140 so hard today, but failed to pull it off eventually later on, giving up that 140 support and just cracking under, just giving up that 140 support, cracking under 140, and $10 move to the downside. I was actually short at one point. I was short here. I got chopped up off the open a little bit on Nvidia, then later on I caught the short, but I didn't really catch it all the way to the downside. Missed out on the move. Boo-hoo, sad story. Tomorrow, how can we capitalize on it? That's the only thing that I'm focused on. So right over here into around $127 or so, you can see how we struggled into this 126, 127, let's just say 125 to 127 area as a barrier, and then we broke out, and then we just held that area as a support, just kept breaking out higher. If we start seeing a little battle around this area, pushing down to this 127, 125 zone, and we bounce off of it, but then eventually later on that area gives up, I think Nvidia is setting up for another big ride to the downside tomorrow. Let's see if we can finally crack a new post split low. The split low was $117. Can we see a new post split low tomorrow, or does the stock actually get held up and continue to keep running up? The post split low is very, very important. Very important. Keep a close eye as to how Nvidia behaves as to you know, as near this 117 price. Obviously it's got quite some ways to get to 117 from 130, but if we do push down there, and I think we easily get down to 117 if we break 127, 125 area. So keeping an eye, and also happens to be exactly where the anchored VWAP from the recent earnings report is for Nvidia, surprisingly enough. So we'll see if we get a retest off that anchored VWAP, if we get a retest of this pre-split low, post-split low, and see if we can find some buyers coming in on Nvidia. ARM apparently getting added to the S&P 500. Let's go find out. The ARM IPO is here. How old is that? 2023, brother. Who told me ARM is getting added to the S&P 500 index? What the fuck? I don't want to download that. These are just the calendars. I don't care about this either. Do we have any names? Names, that's all I care about. They posted on their website. Let's go see. Not emerging markets. We're in developed markets. EM is emerging markets, which is like China, India, growing markets. We are in developed markets. So where do I see that one? Find products. Research and insights. Special reports. Nope. Events. Nope. A stock trading on NASDAQ isn't going to join the S&P 500. Ooh. Yeah, I can. What? Amazon, sorry, Apple and Microsoft, two of the largest holdings of SPY, make that 3, are in NASDAQ. Make that 1, 2, 3. The top 5, 6, 7 are all NASDAQ stocks. Pretty sure that's NASDAQ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stocks out there are all NASDAQ. So I'm pretty sure that you're wrong on that side. But I might be wrong on the fact that ARM is getting added or not. But we just gotta do the research on it. Do we have any like reports directly on S&P 500 page? Clearly not. Indices. Where to find stocks that are going to be added to the SPY ETF? The fuck is this? SPY ETF rebalance. Update. Yeah, I really don't know how to find that information, and that information might even be locked up. Like, you might have to pay for it. I can't see that information being free. No, it's ARM joining NASDAQ 100. I mean, that's also possible. I'm not denying that. Also very much possible. I'm not denying that. Let's actually just go to Twitter and see if people on Twitter have done their research for us. Go to ARM. Or do I do SPY ad? This is June 7th. These are pretty old. These are pretty old. Oh, 7 hours ago. XLK? What is that? What is XLK? Technology sector rebalancing. Ooh. That could be Nvidia and all that other stuff. Rebalancing also Friday after the close. Well, we know that Palantir didn't make the cut. We know that for a fact. Can we actually go here and grab June 5th? I think it's June 4th.
AUNY Butterfly donated
Jesus
$2
Christ.
through Super Chat.
I haven't heard the Super Chat voice in so long, I forgot it even existed. What's up, Professor Meg? Who the fuck is that? McGonagall? I don't even know who that is. Is that the girl that I used? And oh, that is her name. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hey, good job on you recognizing the meme. That is her name. I didn't know that's what her name was. Trying to find an article where they talk about the stocks being added. I think this is it. Think this is it? Damn it, no, this is not it. It was one of the reports that reported CrowdStrike moving up. I almost remember that being the headline. Okay, these are all way too new. We need more older ones. June 5th. June 5th. For some reason, I remember it being like June 5th. Huh. I can't find that article right now, sadly enough, chat. But basically in that article, they talk about how some of these stocks are moving around. Like Palantir is moving down. DraftKings is moving down. Because they were expected to get added to the S&P 500 index. But they weren't announced that they were getting added. But whereas stocks such as CrowdStrike, I forget if Dell was in that basket of stocks. Oh, I can't find that article. This is so upsetting. Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, I found it. Let's go. Bang. All right, KKR, CrowdStrike, GoDaddy. Shares of KKR climbed more than 8%. Shares of CrowdStrike went up more than 6%. And GoDaddy went up more than 3% respectively. All of the companies will be joining S&P 500 on June 24th as part of their index quarterly rebalance. This is the report, or this is the study. This is the proof that I want about ARM. So we don't really have this type of a confidence on ARM, so I can't talk about that. But here are some of the stocks that we might have skipped out on adding to our watch list. So let me just add it to my watch list right now. KKR, CrowdStrike, which is CRWD, and then we got GoDaddy, which is GDDY. So I'm adding these three stocks to my watch list because we know that they are being added to the index tomorrow for a fact. We know that for a fact, right? Now, any other stocks that get announced tomorrow that we might randomly find out throughout the day, those will obviously be interest because those will be fresh news catalysts, and these have been around for quite some time now. When was this article out? June 10th. I was 5 days off. June 10th, this article came out. So they've had quite some time to marinate and move around off of that catalyst so far. But tomorrow, if we find out a stock in the pre-market that it's getting added, it's getting deleted, whatever the idea is, we want to keep an idea on those positions. But since we don't have concrete evidence on on what those names will be. We can't we can't just put all the stocks in the watch list. It'll just make us go crazy. But shout out to KKR, CrowdStrike, GoDaddy. I'm so glad I found this article. A couple of the stocks that are leaving the index: Robert Half, Comerica, and Illumina. So like I said, these are the few of the stocks that you might want to keep an eye out for to possibly short the stock all day. So Robert Half, Comerica, Illumina. What price stocks are you guys? Let's go quickly find out. You are, oh, not a bad price. RHI, I'm gonna put it into my watch list. Hopefully you do decent enough of a volume. The next one after RHI is Comerica. CMA also does decent amount of volume, and a New York stock. I like it. Was this one a New York stock? It is a New York stock. Ooh. Okay. Not that it matters to you guys. I'm just getting excited for no reason. Illumina Nasdaq stock with a $100 position. ILMN on Nasdaq is what the hell's going on with my phone? GoDaddy, I'm pretty sure, is a Nasdaq stock. No, New York. Wow. CrowdStrike New York, Nasdaq, and KKR New York. It is New York. So CrowdStrike is Nasdaq. Just putting in my notes in case, because in my brokers the way it works is we have to type in the ticker name and then the extension also, which is a little annoying sometimes. So just making sure that I have these ready for tomorrow morning when I'm getting ready to smack these trades either to the short side or to the red side. Keeping an eye on the three of the deletions. RHI, let's actually go to RHI right now. So this stock is getting removed from the S&P 500 index. We'll possibly see some selling. I mean, the stock has already sold off quite some damn big over here to the downside already. I'm guessing ever since that the news catalyst came out. When did that come out? June 10th. They actually got a little bit of a volume bump since then. But we'll see if they push back down over here on RHI. CMA, Comerica, June 10th. Looks like a similar move. You did get a little bit of a flush to the downside, but later on got bobbed back up. ILMN, well, how did you do? You just went up on that day, huh? No, you actually went did nothing. But overall, we got some opportunity setting up over here. The daily chart for all three of these stocks don't actually scream amazing to me, such as whereas GoDaddy, daily chart on GoDaddy, the daily chart on CrowdStrike, which also recently I believe got added to Morgan Stanley index. I could be wrong on that, but had amazing earnings report which launched it to all-time high. So very interested to see how CrowdStrike sets up tomorrow in pre-market. Do we get some activity in the pre-market to take the stock higher? Do we get some activity all across the board in the market itself? The market sold off quite a bit today. A drastic pullback on the S&P 500 and on the QQQs. I guess I shouldn't say drastic, right? It wasn't down like 1% or whatever, but a nice little sell-off on the market nevertheless. I'm guessing it was driven by Nvidia now, surprisingly enough, actually the #1 company. Not anymore, I guess. It was for a while. Nvidia was at 3.4 trillion today at one point, whereas Apple and Microsoft were both at 3.2 trillion. But now looks like Nvidia came back down below Microsoft, and but it's above Apple. No, Apple and Nvidia are tied, and Microsoft to take over being the #1 company in the board. But now that we see how Nvidia is kind of being all crazy, fighting for the #1 spot anytime a company takes over Microsoft or Apple, because of their market cap, because of their weightages in the ETF directly. They also have to go out and go buy more shares of Nvidia, go and sell more shares of Microsoft or whatever, and they rebalance tomorrow. So it'll be very interesting to see how the S&P 500 rebalances with the whole Nvidia craze. And as for this rumor, I'm still gonna throw this rumor out there for you guys that you know, ARM is apparently getting added to the index. So if it gets added to the index tomorrow, more fun over there. Not only are we keeping an eye on CrowdStrike, GoDaddy, and KKR, we're also keeping an eye peeled out for ARM. Lots of fun across the board tomorrow. Very excited for triple witching. Super chats don't work no more. Broken? What do you mean? It worked. We heard your super chat. We heard your super chat. Nvidia was 1 at close on Tuesday. Nvidia was 1 at close on Tuesday. Not sure what that means, but okay. Do not confuse volume with price change. Nvidia drop is significant that most stocks are heading lower. I have no crystal balls. I have no clue what's gonna happen, but what we can do is prepare for all outcomes. I mean, Nvidia had a pretty drastic move today, but what if it gets bought back up tomorrow, right? I don't like to speak in certain certainties. Well, nobody knows the future, right? But we think we do, and we like to bet in a way where we think we do, and hopefully it pays us all out. But I don't like to talk in absolutes, in certain. I like to think in both ways, right? If this, then that. It's like a programming mindset. It's like a computer mindset. Think of all the scenarios and just be ready for all fun scenarios. Something to point out over here, not that, you know, this is a definitive enough of a signal that the market's topped L, but something to point out that the MACD is now starting to cross back over. The smaller term MACD is crossing the longer term MACD and showing you that there could be some sort of a bearish pullback on the market coming in very soon. So watch out for that. Today's pullback was quite a bit, 0.27 on the QQQ, 0.7 however on the, 0.27 on the SPYs, 0.7 however on the QQQ side, and most of that was pretty much Nvidia. Yeah, Apple pulled back quite a bit today. Microsoft had a sell-off today too, but if you look at Google and Amazon, they actually held up quite well. And I think that's part of the reason why QQQ didn't actually crumble as hard as it could have, because Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta all held their ground, whereas Apple and Nvidia, which were the more parabolic, the more crazy moves in the recent past to the north side, now that they're getting corrected a little bit, maybe corrected is the wrong term, but now that they're getting sold off a little bit, we're seeing the market getting some weight pushed onto it. These are two of the top 3 names being sold off, so obviously that could put some weight on the market to the downside without a doubt. Couple other stocks that are joining there are ARM, like we already talked about, Micron, TSM, all of which had an insane short opportunity today. Micron with the top of the board, 6% move all the way back into the 9 moving average on the daily chart here. So big slap to the downside on Micron. I'm guessing it was just some sort of a sympathy to Nvidia here, honestly. AMD had a reversal. AMD, I believe, got an upgrade from one of the banks or one of the analysts or something. They got an upgrade. They said that they love how AMD is setting up for the near future. They're primed to be the best, with them being a number 2 spot or whatever the article said. Overall, they like the stock. We like the stock. We like the stock. So AMD got a nice bump off of that, but I think tomorrow, if semiconductors sell off again, AMD should most likely follow the trend back to the downside, because most of the semiconductor ETFs were down big time today. Down 3% almost for semiconductor ETF SOXX. Closed on Tuesday, Nvidia became top valued company in the world, so officially all 3 are fighting for it now. That's correct. Gotcha. That's what you meant. Doing the math, Nvidia fell 4 times switching, and tomorrow is Friday. All signs point to a lower market. This is historical trading, and you are not wrong by saying that. It is exactly what I'm looking for tomorrow. Historically, Nvidia, at least like in the recent past, Nvidia, which has been an absolute insane squeeze of a name, has been corrected drastically on Fridays. Let it be witching or not witching, has been corrected drastically on Fridays. So I'm looking for some sort of a sell opportunity tomorrow. I'm mainly looking to short pops, especially if we pop back into 135, 140, and you're not able to show me buying above 135, not able to show me buying above 140. I want to smack that short tomorrow. Most of my focus tomorrow is most likely on Nvidia, right? On Nvidia and on these names that we just mentioned that are getting added to the index, such as CrowdStrike, KKR, GoDaddy. Also keeping an eye on some of the names that are being removed, such as CMA, ILMN, and RHI. So those are 6 of the names that we were able to find. If you guys know other names or other resources where you know, the names of the stocks that are being added or removed from the S&P 500 index are available, send them to your boy. I would appreciate you very much for that. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote. Because tomorrow is such a gamble of a day, I don't have any levels that I want to put in. It's just nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, TH does. Shout out to TH for that. He's hooking us up with the answers. He says markets flushing tomorrow. At least all signs point to a lower move tomorrow according to TH. I'm excited. Free Fall Friday, I mean... Don't get me started about Free Fall Friday. You guys know how I feel about that part. So let's go, baby. Let's get Free Fall Friday going. Let's get the market selling off. We're at an insane run up at the moment. Let's get the market selling off. I think this morning Bank of England held rates steady. Or was the Bank of Europe? I forget who. Some bank held the rate steady even though inflation came down to 2% for them apparently. We're expecting our markets to continue, or at least should I say your market, not our market because I'm Canadian, but we're expecting the American market to at least be continuing to hold rates a little bit longer because they were pretty dovish on the last FOMC. The next FOMC should be at the end of July, and it is, yeah, at the end of July. At the end of July is also my barbecue, so hey, we're gonna have some fun on that part. But hey, that is all she wrote for tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen. I know, short stream, not much to talk about over here. I actually have another tweet that I wanted to show you. Let's go see if I can find this tweet for us. There it is. I'll just bring in the screenshot from the Discord. Tomorrow's quad witching options expiry is the largest in history with $5.1 trillion in notional exposure expiring, including $870 billion in single stock options. So $5.1 trillion of options that are going to be expiring, that are probably in the money or whatever the terminology that you want to use over here to make your brain wrap around what's the significance of tomorrow. That's the answer right there. $5.1 trillion, the largest in history ever. There's going to be a lot of movement across the board, moves that you will not even, you won't see it coming. They'll hit you from the left and the right, and you won't see it coming. So you gotta have tools like Trade Ideas. Shout out to Trade Ideas. Check out the link below in the description to get yourself an amazing tool like Trade Ideas, or even Benzinga. Get yourself some tools out there that can help you scan for stocks that are moving around at the moment. What's got big volume? What's ticking faster than normal? What's going crazy on the relative strength side? What's going crazy on the relative weakness side? What's bringing in relative volume? So you want to use scanners to find those stocks that are, you know, outside of your watch list tomorrow, because if you don't use tools like that, you're gonna miss out on some wild fun moves, and that's the name of the game, right? That's the name of the game. You're gonna be there, you're gonna be present to capitalize on it, and if you don't use tools at your advantage, you're not gonna capitalize on it. You're just gonna sit there on the bleachers watching other people prosper. Yay! Go Prad! Go Prad! That's what you're gonna be like for not using Trade Ideas. So use Trade Ideas so you can join me on the profit side instead of just cheering for me on the sidelines. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote. I got nothing else to say. I ain't got jack shit else to talk about. Let's go to the economic calendar for tomorrow. Don't think the economic calendar should have much impact. We do have some events coming in at 9:45, the S&P global manufacturing numbers. Then at 10 o'clock, you have existing home numbers. After that, it's pretty much dead to me. I don't care about anything else after that. The Fed monetary policy report 11 is actually important. I'll take that back. But anything after 11 is dead to me. I don't care about most of those numbers after 11. But 9:45 to 11 seems like some sort of important time period to keep your eyes open to see how the market reacts to these numbers. I remember last Friday to the S&P manufacturing number, or was it Michigan number? I forget which one. But the market reacted quite decently off of that. So we're interested to see how the 9:45 numbers come out, the PMI number, and the existing home numbers at 10. Then we got the Fed monetary policy report at 11. Besides that, like I said, pretty boring, pretty dead. Have fun with triple witching, quad witching, whatever you want to call it. If you celebrate it, have fun with it. Go kill it on the market, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to make profits on. Don't miss out. Put risk management to work, right? Put risk management to work. And tomorrow might be a day where you even put extra risk, a little extra risk, honestly. Wait, what? Did I do that? I did do that. Okay, I did do that. I forgot about that. Alright, guys. Time for chess. And then a nice little early day at the office. Nice little early day at the office. Do I go here? No, right? Alright, puzzle time. Keep in mind, tomorrow is a Friday. No stream on Fridays. And I'll see you guys on Sundays if you guys are heading out. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Trying to grow channel here. Working hard. But the market not really giving me much to work hard for this week, sadly. Earnings will be fun. Once we get earnings back, will be fun. But for now, we just gotta do what we gotta do, boys. That was easy. No, not puzzle rush. Puzzles. Whoa, chess before Dieter starts yelling at me. White to move. Why can't he go there? Huh? Why can't he go here? Sometimes I don't understand these puzzles. These puzzles like don't make any fucking sense. Like, what's the goal? What do you want me to do? What are you trying to teach me? White to move. Black to move. White to move. Oi, cunt. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, guys. We haven't played chess in a long time, so don't judge. Okay? Don't judge. We haven't played chess in a long time now. We're probably going to be rusty here. The last time we played chess, we drew. And that was not fun. How can I punish this guy? It's already going south. Should have moved his bishop. What do you mean? Told you, I'm rusty, man. I haven't played thing in a while. I haven't played chess in a while. I'm super rusty. If I go here, he takes, I take, then he takes. That's not worth it for me. My brain feels so slow today. Oh my god. Is it my move? No, his move. High 80-degree temps may cause that? Yeah, it's stupid hot here, man. It's stupid hot here at the moment. Burning up your skin hot. Like, I'm so exhausted after just commuting to work and back home these days. These weathers are wild, boys. Could I do it? I do this, right? What? How? How, Sway? How? Man, that makes no fucking sense. All right, first game of the that was the first game after like 5 days, okay? 5 days. I haven't played in like so long. Now I'll play better. Watch this. Now I'll play better. Bro, why are people so happy to trade, man? People are just so trigger happy. Fucking dumbasses. Angry Buddha's in the house. What's up, Angry? Why does he have a star? Gold member? Imagine paying for a fucking free game, you loser. With the accountant? Bro, who are you trying to get killed? Who are you trying to murder? What? Why did you have to talk to the accountant? That's not... And don't be putting that in YouTube chats. Don't be telling people that you just talked to a hitman who's autistic and really good at math. So his only profession was to become an accountant, and he accepted payments in high valuable paintings and hid it in a trailer. That's the man you talked to today? And you're openly telling 500,000 people on YouTube who are watching me live right now about how you talk to a hitman? What's wrong with you? And who's playing Anna Kendrick? Hey, TH knows. TH knows. Yeah, that movie was really good, bro. Come on, that movie was amazing. You trying to get Prad killed? Ani redacted the message, lol. That movie was great. I saw it recently again. I enjoyed it thoroughly. But what I'm not enjoying right now is this loss. What did Buddy play here? Did my message go through? There is a joke website about hiring a hitman. I don't doubt it at all. Oh, I should have just probably done that. But he could have just eaten my ass anyways. Come on, brother. Let me get this win and move on. Okay. He does this, he loses that. If he doesn't move this, he loses that. Go here. You can go here. You can go here. You can go here. What's your game plan, buddy boy? Buddy boy. You go here. You lose that. You go here. You lose that. You found your one safe haven, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Good for you, buddy. Well, good for you. How about I do this? Just for lulz and giggles. Because I'm a diabolical human. Either you take me, then I come in here, and we take your ass home, boy. That wasn't guarding that. That would have been gone by now. Should I do it? Should I do this? That's gonna open up him to kill this guy though. Should I do this? I'll do that for now. Then we could do this and bait him. Then come in like that. You guys get the idea? But he's probably gonna do something to cuck me right now anyways. Let's see what he does. He's got 4 minutes. Am I really gonna get my win on a technical difficulty? I mean, I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that. But let's see. I think I like this move better. He's just gonna pop one over real quick anyways. Pussy! Either I take this and I die from this guy, or I take this and I die from this guy, or I just take you and I lose my queen too. Or I could set up in a way where you touch my queen, you die. Also. Is this a situation where you back up your queen and then try to trap him, or you just go for the trade? I think I do this. And if he comes in here, then I'd pay that, because then I get a free rook. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Oh my god, I'm a genius. And now, check. Oh, why didn't I do that first? I would have had a check and I would not even have lost my queen. Oh, you idiot. If I did that, it would have just been check and I would not have lost my queen. I'm not a genius as I thought I was. This is actually a good move here. We'll take that. Let's go ahead and castle. What are you threatening from there, buddy? Literally nothing. In fact, I'll come threaten you. Oh shit, son. Haha. Now you can't kill my rook. Dumbass. Nice try. Get the fuck out of my game. He tried to fork me. I anti-forked his fork with a spoon. Bang. We're up on material. There we go, chat. There we go, chat. We did it. Did not need no time. We just made him rage quit. Made him rage quit. Usually we're the ones who rage quit, but we made him rage quit. And that is the goal tomorrow on the market. Make the weaker party. If the buyers are in power on whatever stock you're looking at, or on the market, whatever it is that you trade, join the stronger side and make the weaker side resign and tap out. Put them in a chokehold, you know, an arm lock, a knee, ankle pick, whatever you want to, whatever your submission move is. Get on their back and slip in a rear naked chokehold, you know, whatever your go-to submission move is. Put that submission move on the weaker side and make them tap out. Good luck on the markets tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fireworks all across the board. S&P 500 rebalance, quad witching, triple witching, you know, lots of fun expected to the market. If there is free fall Friday, I know I will be very happy, and I know TH will be very happy. And on that note, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Have yourself a wonderful weekend and even better market session tomorrow. I will see you guys on Sunday. It is time for me to play the outro. Have a good night. TraderPrad out. Adios. Trade off of. Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here, back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.